Okay, so now I'm gearing up for Dr. Henry to take over about the AI Center of Excellence. He's got his own deck. You can know more if you want to start a when we first started, we said we can create an AI department, but a lot of people freak out. They say, "Oh, wow, will it take over my job?" So then, I think a softer way is to say, "Hey, we have a AI center of excellence, just like Genting, where it is one of our clients. They have a Genting center of leadership excellence. So they have their own thing, center of excellence. So I thought this will create that. That's it. So yeah, I'm gonna stop and Dr. Henry can take over.
Okay, cool. All right.
Cool. So then I can have a bit of sip of my coffee. So I think I did well, Dr. Henry.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Uh, Thank you to all the participants that have stayed with us. You have heard a lot from Robran about what AI can do. What I probably like to do with you right now is take you through a very quick overview of what we meant by establishing a AI Center of Excellence. All right. Uh, CP, are you still around, CP? Right. Apparently, looking at CP profile, we have something in common. Back in the Elkin days, he's a water specialist, and
Oh,
is
CP, huh? Okay.
yeah.
Yes. I hear
Hi,
you,
CP.
Dr. Henry.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, how
good,
are you?
good. Yes,
Yeah, good to
long
meet you
time.
here. Yeah.
Long time.
Let's
You
catch up, let's catch up. Yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
And I guess now you are active probably in the Philippines market.
More to the local than Indonesia. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Mm,
And probably you can and hopefully will find AI can be a great help to you in further reaching out to your network
yeah,
and
that
to your members as well. It all
yeah,
depends on
that's my intention.
how you want to leverage and optimize AI
Sure.
to further expand and to enhance your business, especially the subject of water can be a very technical and scientific as well, and you can actually
Yes,
use AI to help to translate it to more layman terms, and so that people
exactly.
can appreciate the purity of water better. Okay, all
Yeah.
right,
That's good. That's my intention as well. And
okay,
many areas also we can explore with the AI because
yeah.
I'm newbie here, this so I'm quite keen to learn more about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for,
Mm,
for joining us, and I hope to be
yeah.
able to
Yeah.
share
It's my
some
pleasure
of
too.
my so-called my thoughts about how people can actually use AI. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So basically, for the next 15 minutes or so, right? I just like to highlight if you are contemplating to consider adopting AI in your own organization, perhaps looking at setting up an AI Center of Excellence or its variation thereof can be a start point for you to consider. All right. So basically, my coverage today with you is a bit of introduction. I think Robren has covered quite a fair bit, so I will not spend too much time on that. Why AI matters, you probably give you some insights as to how AI has actually advanced, benefits of having an AI Center of Excellence in your own organization. What are the key considerations before you even want to bring it up to your management for consideration? And then what are the variations of AI Center of Excellence that you can consider, right, to want to recommend or to propose? And a very short conclusion on what are the key takeaways and then what kind of action that you can probably take next. All right. So first off, right, if you look at the current adoption and the evolution of artificial intelligence, you can call it generative AI, robotics, and whatnot. 45% of decision makers, right, in India, Malaysia, and the Philippines have acknowledged, right, that to be ahead in the market, digitization, improving data and content management is a top digital priority. So if your business at one point in time before COVID is probably brick and mortar, where you rely on the walk-in traffic and whatnot, your ability to pivot into a digital landscape is probably going to make you much more, your business more profitable, and you're likely to have better customers satisfaction as well. And visionary leaders, and you are one of, you consider yourself as a visionary leader, you will realize that the strength of your success is not determined by the infrastructure or whatever the technology you have, but more importantly, it's about how upskill are your people, right, that is currently working with you or for you, and whether do they have the future-ready skills to take your organization or your business to the next level, right? So if you look at this graph, right, and we look at the countries in particular, right, and this is just taking Malaysia, India, and the Philippines for comparison, you'll find that a lot of organizations, whether they are private or the civil sector, right, are investing pretty heavily into AI and machine learning capabilities. And I believe that if we were to revisit this chart in the next couple of years, you'll find that the percentages are likely to be triple. All right. This goes to show that if you want to future-proof your business and to be ahead, investing in AI, machine learning capabilities, hiring and upskilling your people with digital skill sets, it's likely going to be the way forward. All right. And if you do it any other way, then you're likely to be left behind. Okay. So, and if we look at business processes, right, they are also realizing that a lot of the traditional manual way of doing things can be automated, especially now with generative AI solution and tools that are currently available. So organizations, whether they are multinational or otherwise, are ready and willing to redesign their process to be much more streamlined, to be much more human-centric, where the mundane transactional type of work and activities are likely to be so-called outsourced to AI and smart robotic solutions as well. So this is something to consider. If you find that your organization is still very manual, it's still very transactional, a lot of paperwork, and you have layers and layers of bureaucracy and whatnot, and you want to make things to be much more effective and efficient, going along this direction is likely going to enhance your organization and your business much better. And if you look at some of the top technologies used by SSO employees, right, you'll notice that these are the top three, right? They're using robotic processing, automation, data analytics, and AI-driven automation across all countries, right? So, and Malaysia, of course, if you have been reading the news, even our Prime Minister is championing that the AI literacy, right, especially in the civil sector, right, in the government services, is to be further expedited. I think coming in the budget of 2025, I am of the belief that you'll find more allocation going to be channeled to equip the workforce, right? Especially the government civil workforce with AI programs and their ability to use AI to make the government ministries and their corresponding services to the citizens, to the public, to be much more efficient, right? And without a doubt, as has been explained by Rob Brand, right? Today, fast-paced business world, AI is no longer just an option, right? It's going to be something that is essential, going to be a necessary if you want to be competitive and be able to meet customer expectation, all right? So why AI matters, right? Days before there is such a thing as AI, the breakthrough in the field of sciences, right, is actually painfully slow. It takes years and years before any major breakthrough can happen. But now with AI being used in the scientific and the medical community, very sophisticated processes, right, is able to be achieved, right? For example, right, in 2020, DeepMind developed this process called AlphaFold, and it's a program that can predict the structure of proteins with unprecedented accuracy. So, and this kind of breakthrough makes it a highly valuable tool to further enhance and to further make the pharmaceutical industry to formulate drugs that are probably much more effective and hopefully will bring down the costs as well, all right? And if you look at the entertainment industry, right, like Netflix, Netflix has realized that after incorporating AI in their whole business model, they're able to achieve a much better business performance in terms of increased subscription, renewal rates, as well as decreased churn, meaning that they're able to retain their subscribers on a more longer term basis, right? And this definitely has helped Netflix to be more profitable, and with more profits, they're able to produce better content that is likely going to keep their customers even more engaged, all right? We are using Zoom now, right? And Zoom is also a no stranger to the adoption of AI, and their rapid use of AI in terms of their business model has actually helped ensure that the online meetings today are much more smoother. You have less lagging, you know, better flow through of content and so on, right? Who else? All right. So what are the benefits that one can derive from an AI center of excellence, right? So if you look at Walmart, and Walmart is one of the world's largest retailer, right? Their use of AI COE in their business model helps the overall Walmart organization to improve their decision making by data analytics, right? So from the data analytics via the use of artificial intelligence, they're able to predict customer behavior better, identify fraud, because we know that fraud and scams today is like an everyday thing. So you have an extra tool or mechanism to be able to help you to to prevent fraud from happening is definitely a great advantage, and optimizing your supply chain. This definitely help you to minimize your stockouts, right? And improve your customer service as well. Because for a business like Walmart, if they overstock or understock, both of these situations are detrimental to the business, all right? ChatGPT, of course, being the pioneer, being the own developer, they are using AI throughout their whole organization to enhance efficiency. So you notice that the version of ChatGPT has progressively evolved at a much faster rate, and now they are already on that version 4.0. Which Robert describes it to be much more intuitive, trying to be more human-like in terms of its responses, right, to you as a prompt engineer, right? And of course, they are using this AI to answer customer questions, generate reports, and manage social media account. Facebook or Meta, right, uses AI to extract actionable insights from large data sets. And this has definitely positioned Meta or Facebook to be a highly valuable company, especially to marketeers, because now they are able to offer to marketeers much more targeted consumer insights, consumer behavior, which is likely to help them to generate far better businesses, especially in the digital or in the online world, right? Uber, right? Uber uses AI to optimize pricing strategy, because when you have competition from other providers, right? So this helps Uber to maximize its profit and to stay ahead. As well, it also uses AI to personalize their products and services for each customer, because personalization has a higher value compared to a more generic kind of strategy, right? So they want to make it a bit more niche, a bit more so-called perceived high value kind of services, right, to its customers. Okay. And Alibaba being very much into logistics, right? So they use AI to help to improve its operational efficiency, customer satisfaction, and more probably we see much more in terms of using AI to advance or to improve their innovation capability, right? Cost reduction or cost optimization helps them to offer very, very attractive pricing to their customers, right? And they also allow them to test new ideas, products with minimal kind of capital investment or experimental kind of cost, right? So this position Alibaba to be a kind of a market leader in terms of the services or the markets that they serve, right? So, and if you are considering, right, setting up an AI center of excellence, let's just be aware, right? Organizations today are probably having individuals who are using AI tools in one way or another. While that is good, all right, nothing wrong with that. The progress and the impact of how AI can really impact the business is likely not to be so obvious compared to if the AI culture, all right, or the AI adoption is enterprise-wide. That means it is throughout the corporate entity, driven by AI champions, all right? And this is where in our observation and in our consulting engagements with stakeholders in organization, we realize that if AI is going to be something that is to be highly valuable, to be highly beneficial, right? Then we are advocating that the organization have a kind of a formal structure, right? A formal setup of an AI COE where it can become like a one-stop center for the employees, right? To be a go-to kind of, whether you want to call it a department or want to call it a center for inquiries, right? And this is where the AI COE comes into the picture, all right? So of course, building something in an organization, there needs to be some priority, and that is budget allocation. So here, the budget that needs to be looked at in terms of establishing an AI COE will be for the AI infrastructure, the talent acquisition, as well as ongoing maintenance of the equipment that is likely to be purchased for this particular purpose. All right. The second consideration will be on data privacy and ethics. As we all know, if the data, there's a breach of data or breach of privacy, it can be detrimental. So this needs to be looked at as well. And this is where we come in to assist, to do an audit, to make sure that the safeguard of personal data or confidential data is actually protected to prevent unauthorized access or misuse of sensitive data and confirmation, all right? The third area will be regulatory compliance, depending on your business and the industry you are in. And this can be an area that we need to so-called work with the relevant ministry or other regulatory agencies that govern the adoption and the usage of AI in your business, right? Data security, of course, is something that is important. And here is that we need to ensure that there is the basic cybersecurity protocol that is in place to make sure that the AI systems that are going to be used, it's going to be used in a very, very safe manner, all right? And integration with existing systems, like most businesses and organizations, you already currently have your own existing business systems that are already in place. So it's how we want to assist to ensure that AI don't become another island of IT infrastructure, but more importantly, it can be integrated as seamless as possible into your existing IT infrastructure, right? So this is something that we can also help to ensure that this happens if you are planning to consider setting up an AI center of excellence in your organization, okay? And last but not least, of course, is skill gap assessment and training. Like any new systems that is in place, we also need to ensure that whoever is going to be assigned to drive AI utilization in the organization will have the relevant AI skills and capabilities. And this is where those earlier certified programs that was talked about by Robran will definitely be one of the pathway, right, to ensure that the people that the company or the organization have identified to tackle AI in the organization possess the requisite skills and the competencies to actually take this forward, right? So building the AI team will be one of the first kind of steps that needs to be addressed. And here is we can help to detail the key roles of what is likely to need to have, right? The key people to set up your AI COE in the initial stages, right? So skill sets like data scientists, machine learning engineers, AI researchers, and so on will need to be examined depending on how complex or how sophisticated is your business model, all right? We can, of course, discuss recruitment and retention strategies so that it becomes another career opportunity for your people. For all you know, you may already have hidden or inherent AI talent in your own organization, just that you probably did not notice them since AI COE or adopting AI at a larger scale is not currently on your mind, all right? So this would then helps to bring about recruiting your internal AI talents that you already have, and to offer them a more structured career pathway, all right, that is more promising, and definitely that will help to retain their services, you know, much longer than you would otherwise have to continually to excite them to stay with you, all right? Then the third steps that we'll be looking at is to explain the importance of training and development. And here is the what's in it for me kind of thing. Don't forget, right? AI adoption in your organization is very much like a change management process, because it is going into a frontier, right? A frontier that are likely to have a lot of questions from your users, right? And some of these questions that they have would be is am I going to be replaced? For example, it's going to be the top of mind for many employees, especially if management is starting to talk, oh no, we are going the AI way, right? Because there's a lot of fear that AI can replace jobs, and is without a doubt AI can replace jobs. But more importantly, this particular approach that we're adopting is to help to assure employees, right, that if they are upskill, all right, if they are reskill to do a higher value kind of work for the organization, then job security is not likely to be a threat to them, right? So this is to kind of put things in perspective, why and how AI is going to be used in the organization, and the place for employees to be much more productive, to be better in terms of doing their day-to-day work at a faster way, in a faster way, much more effectively and much more efficiently, right? And we are a strong advocate for diversity and inclusion, and companies today, like it or not, adopting or subscribing to environmental, social, and governance practices is definitely the way forward. I was just having a conversation with a director of a financial institution that is saying that if companies now wants to apply for loans, right, from a financial institution, one of the criteria for your loan approval is whether does your business, right, does your organization subscribe or adopts ESG practices. And if the answer is no, then in likelihood, your loan application is going to be declined or is going to be given very, very low priority, all right? So one of the attributes of an ESG organization is an area what we call diversity and inclusion. And that is looking at how you hire people, right? And we also can help you to look at gender equality and other so-called aspects of ESG and SDG kind of dimension as well, okay? So how to build a business case for AI adoption in your organization, right? The first question probably you will need to ask and ask intelligently and honestly with your stakeholders is, what do you want to achieve with AI? Okay, that clarity is super important because then whatever subsequent after that is going to be anchored, is going to be grounded by this objective or by this purpose of why you want AI to be adopted in your organization, right? So things like, do you want to improve customer service, or is it to optimize revenue, or is it to help to make your whole business more cost efficient, or a combination of all this? So this needs to be answered. This needs to be asked very, very thoroughly, all right? So that there is absolutely no ambiguity when it comes later on to communicate why the organization is going this is adopting for AI in the business, right? Then number two is identify the right use cases, right? Bear in mind, no doubt AI is pervasive. Anything from the Amazon rainforest preservation to literally anything that you can imagine, all right? Not all AI projects are created equal, right? So you will need to identify the use cases that will have the most impact on your business, where it's likely going to be very obvious, it's going to be very visible, right? So identifying the right business is going to be a very high priority, right? If you want to get your recommendation or your business case to be favorably considered by your decision makers, right? And then the third part of it is to build a team of experts. Now, AI can be very simple to very complex. So you need to examine the level of complexity or the level of simplicity in your initial adoption, all right, of AI in your organization. And here then we can actually help to configure what level of skills of people you need to have to help you get started, all right? Investing in the right infrastructure is important. You can start off with something very simple. There may not necessarily be high capital investment, like, you know, investing in the server room, high-end servers or whatever, right? It could be as cost effective as having a decent powered notebook or laptop or even an AI notebook, right? So it depends on the financial affordability and how much the organization wants to spend on AI adoption initially, right? So not necessarily it needs to cost a company millions of ringgit in terms of AI investment. And last but not least is create a culture of innovation. Again, as it says, adopting AI is akin to a change management that is happening in your organization. And it can be a disruptive technology because people who are used to be in a kind of comfort zone are likely not going to really welcome AI with open arms, right? Because it will entail a change in their way of working style, right? And they will probably need to re-engineer the way that they work to be able to leverage and optimize AI to produce higher quality of work in a faster and in a much more efficient manner, right? So here again, as much as it sounds simple, creating a culture of innovation, it actually can be quite tricky. It depends on how the AI adoption is so-called communicated throughout your organization, getting buy-in from your people, and for your people to recognize that there is actually value for themselves, and then you are only likely to see that cultural innovation taking place. It's not like the CEO or the managing director in a town and says, yeah, next year we are going for AI and expect everybody to jump on board. That is, in all honesty, not likely to happen, right? You're going to have detractors, you're going to have a lot of resistance, you're going to have a lot of people with a lot of questions that needs to be answered and rightly needs to be answered as well. All right. So here what's that?
Wrapping up.
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah. So we are showing a spectrum of variations of AI center of excellence, right? From a basic AI center to an intermediate to an advanced. So depending on your comfort level and how you want to start AI in your organization, then these are the consideration that you can actually look at, right? Okay. So at the end of the day, right, this variation basically reflect your organization readiness, the resources that is willing to be invested. The choice of an AI should align with your organization's specific goals and your commitment to leveraging AI for innovation and competitiveness. All right. So in summary, right, in a nutshell, AI is a transformative force driving innovation. Establishing an AI COE, in my opinion, is not an option, but a necessity if you really want to future-proof your organization. And for us, right, at ChangeU and the International AI Association, we believe now this is your best time to explore AI. And the best time here actually stands for beyond expectation and strategic transformation. So you want to do something extraordinary, right? To achieve extraordinary results, then in all likelihood, right, do look at AI adoption in your organization. All right. So these are things that for you to look at, and you can actually scan this QR code if you have any questions, and Robert and myself will be more than happy to answer your queries. All right. Okay. All right.
That's the QR code.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Good.
Cool.
Good.
Okay. Right.
Hold on.
Okay. So anyone you have any questions or your quick question like to ask, please we are open. All right. Okay, drop us a text here. All right. Okay. All right.
Okay. So thanks, Dr. Henry. Everyone give it a claps. I mean, Dr. Henry has helped to do turnkey, turnaround HR issues. But seriously, AI is a change process. It's a HR process. It's actually not a tech process. A lot of people are mixed up. It's really integrating HR and it's a change process, a sense of urgency, a sense of buy-in. The buy-in is the hard part.